Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your one and only, the Meg Character, and here you guys today, here with week 6 of the UPA. But as you see, we are not trying to battle somebody. That is because we have 15 members in this league, and because of that we have, well, 15, look, I believe we have 15 people, don't quote me on that. And basically the whole thing is that every single person is going to have an off week just because it's the only way it works out in the end. So, basically 16 weeks with everybody getting an off week, I believe is how it works. And week 6 just so happens to be our off week. So I decided to take this week and talk to you guys about how we're doing this season so far, how I want to do the rest of the season, and also update you on some trades that may or may not have occurred. Again, we record about a week or two ahead of you guys. I'm not gonna spoil it. For all you know, we have the entire season recorded. You guys don't know. But, yeah, so I want to just briefly touch on all the trades, because I believe one of the trades has already happened. It never got a proper explanation. But first, let's talk about how the season is going for me. Now, we are currently 3-2. We're finally back in the positive after 2 losses at the beginning. We're actually not doing terrible. We're actually doing a lot better in terms of rankings. I believe right now we are number like 7 or 6, somewhere around there. So if we can continue on a win streak, then hopefully, we'll be able to build ourselves up higher and higher and higher, and before you know it, we could be at the playoffs. That is my goal at the end of the day, which is everyone's goal is to win. My goal is just to make it to the playoffs, because that would be just such a huge honor to know that I was able to battle and get lucky enough, because at the end of the day, Pokemon's RNG. At the end of the day, the crit, the paralysis, the burn, whatever have you. It's all RNG. So at the end of the day, hopefully we're making playoffs. If we don't, it sucks, but you can't say we didn't try our best. But now, to discuss our trades. This trade, I believe, has already occurred. And so a lot of you guys saw me using Superior last week. I believe it was. If not, then boom, you just found out our trade. We talked to the coach of the Annual Absols, aka the Hungry Bidoof, and she traded us. We took her Superior, and she took our Landorus. Now, the reason I did that is because the only reason I took Landorus in the beginning was because I just wanted a strong Pokemon that could point himself out as a threat, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, he's got this really powerful Pokemon. And while it is a nice Pokemon, it's really hard hitting and all that stuff. I don't know how to use one because I play UU-RU, pretty much, mainly. Sometimes PU, just because that's unfortunately where Cacturne sits right now. But I don't know how to use these higher tier mons. Then there's Superior. Superior is a higher tier mon I know how to use for one reason. Contrary. Pretty much, here's the thing, Superior is one of those few Pokemon that only has like 1 or 2 sets like Crocodile, but it only has that because those sets work. You know, like, here, let's slap it together right now. Leaf Storm, Hidden Power, Fire, I guess, Dragon Pulse, and Giga Drain. Boom. That's Choice Scarf set. Choice Scarf set. See, it's that easy. You could just build it. And here's the thing. While that is nice and dandy, and you're like, oh, I could easily beat that. Once it has a Leaf Storm up, you're gonna take damage on something. Even though it does only have base 75 into both attacks. Which means it can be run physical. One week, if we need to, we see the need, we can run Overgrow with, I believe it gets Coil. So Coil is always there. Aromatherapy. You can run an Assault Vest set from what I know. It's not as diverse as I would normally like to use, but at the end of the day, it's a Pokemon that I can see myself working with till the end of the season. So, the Dark Mark, which is going to be our Superior's nickname for the season, I welcome you to the team with open arms. Well, wait, who have we battled already? I'm trying to think back. So, we battled Mewtwo, Justin, and then we battled 3 people. Who did we battle? Okay, hold on. I want to go back and look. Did we battle Bree yet? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I remember our battles now. If you remember, we brought Superior against Bree because that's how long ago the trade happened, and I just never updated anyone on it. But, well, Bree knew, but you guys didn't know. So, Superior, it puts in work. It knows what it's doing. Now, Toxicroak. That is an MVP of the Season 1 main Malamars. He knows what he's doing. His name is literally MVP. Because he knows what he's doing. At the end of the day, he's putting in nothing but the finest. But he's just a fighting type. At the end of the day. Because well, do I have any other poison types, actually? No, but I have my own checks to fairies. I'm not ever sweating about coming in on a fairy. And Toxicroak is, while he is nice for dealing with a fairy, he is neutral to a Moonblast. He's a poison type that's neutral to a fairy type move, which is not very helpful. So Toxicroak, we went and hit up our good buddy T-Lord, because if you do not know how this league works, basically we can trade with the coaches nonstop. Like me and Tyler or any other coach could go switch our entire teams right now, and it'd be fine. But basically, after the draft is done, there's the pool of Pokemon that obviously weren't drafted. They're just sitting there, dormant, basically. But each coach is allowed 3 different times to make 3 exchanges of Pokemon. We used up all 3 of ours already, because we've been changing our team a lot this season. I've just been trying to fine-tune it and figure out what works for me. So we hit up our good friend Tyler, who has 3 exchanges still, and he basically the way it worked was, since I couldn't exchange a Pokemon, I just traded him Toxicroak and he exchanged it for me, kind of deal. But so we exchanged Toxicroak for another Season 1 proud member that we did get rid of, but he is returning. Sword Art Online. Now, the reason Sword Art Online is returning is because, number 1, it can check a fairy while still resisting fairy. It definitely hits hard in its own way. With the nice access to priority, the bulk that it can provide, it's really just one of those Pokemon that because at the end of the day, it's another Pokemon where the set is the same at the end of the day every single time, unless I change it up. What is it? Swords Dance, Sacred Sword, Shadow Sneak, and Iron Head, I believe. Like, boom. Generic set, you see it coming every time, yada yada yada. And Eviolite slapped on that, you click on that, you're good. But, I mean, I don't know. I could definitely try to change it up. I don't think he gets a lot of moves. It gets Brick Break, which would be nice if we have somebody setting up against screens. Like, did anybody draft Klefki? I think somebody took Klefki. We have Night Slash, we have Pursuit Trap options. We can set up our own screens with Reflect. Return Rock Slide for some reason. It gets Aerial Ace. Fury Cutter, if we ever felt the need. Magnet Rise, if we wanted to throw some tricks up in the air, basically. And, I mean, Swagger. I don't know, there's not a lot you can do, but at the same time, there is, like, some different moves and such like that I can finesse and work with. I don't know. It's just that I personally miss Doublade, and he was a really good coverage for my team, so I figured, screw it. Give him back, bring him home, and so he's here, hopefully to stay the rest of the season. Now, finally, Rhyperior. I took, basically, my draft was all over the place, because if you do not know, I was actually trying to, quote-unquote, host the draft, like, be the one who, like, officially says everything and and all that. So I ended up with a lot of ground types. Rhyperior, Crocodile, and all that. Crocodile's been putting in nothing but the finest. Shout out to Crocodile. He's literally been saving my team at times. He helped us against Danny. He's going to help us in the future. I just know it. Rhyperior, though, the problem with Rhyperior is he's built like a Doublade, if you look at the stats. Well, Doublade has shitty HP, but he's very slow, and special defense, basically you can water gun him and he's going down. But my thing was that, why would I need Rhyperior there when Crocodile can do everything that he can do, but he can do it better? You know what I'm saying? So we swapped out our good friend Rhyperior here, but we swapped him out for a particular mon, because I was looking at my team, and I noticed, and the one thing I've wanted from day one was a fire type. A fire type I was gassing up, and I was like, I need a fire type, it helps with so much coverage, this, that, and the other. Well, I pick one of the frailest fire types. When we swapped out Doublade, Emboar was an option, but I just didn't feel like taking Emboar. I felt like Doublade was safer for us. But the fire type came of its own right. So, in terms of a fire type, we have Cuddle of Death herself, Houndoom. Now, Houndoom, unfortunately, his Houndoom stats aren't the best. He's not living a lot of hits. But the good thing about Houndoom is, if you look, you have base 110 special attack and base 95 speed. Slap a Choice Scarf on that and you're doing some damage. You have Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Heat Wave if you want to be that guy, Nasty Plot setup if you want, Roar, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb. What else? If you want to go a physical set, you have, I believe he gets Sucker Punch. Yes, it does. Sucker Punch. You have Flame Charge, Fire Fang, Double Edge, Foul Play, Body Slam, Crunch. There's a few different options, but at the end of the day, Choice Scarf is always just an item you can slap onto a Houndoom and rely yourself. Choice Scarf Destiny Bond, that's a guaranteed kill on something. So say something sets it to like +6 on me, I could just send that in and just, it's gone. Also has not the best abilities. Not the best. Basically, the only thing I see myself running is Flash Fire. Possibly Early Bird if I want to run like a rest bulky set. Even though I don't think bulky is really an op. Maybe specially defensive. It's got 80. I can see it taking like, I don't think it can take a surf. I don't think it can. But I mean, hey, who knows? I can be wrong. But Houndoom is just going to have intermittent. I don't really have a nickname for Houndoom yet. I don't know. Houndoom is just one of those Pokemon. I took him because I need a fire type at the end of the day for certain battles. And it's like, basically, it's nice to have Houndoom there, but I don't know how often he's going to be coming. Houndoom, I hope you're going to put in work for me. Basically, I don't just take Pokemon just to take them. I take them because I expect them to do work for me. There are certain Pokemon, I don't think I've ever done this, where I've taken a Pokemon just for one battle. Like, it may seem like it, but I'll never just take the Pokemon just for the one battle, then go put it back. I'll try to work with that Pokemon and see if I can use it in the future, because at the end of the day, I just want a diverse team that can carry me to where I needed to go. But so with that, guys, I think we're done talking about Week 6 here. Catch you guys next week with Week 7, where we will be battling the Kempston Crocodiles, coached by your boy Zen. I believe I don't think he's in any weird time zone. Yeah, because I confused that in the video on the Pokemon Center, where I said Zen was from Australia. Fun fact, he's not. There was a different guy, Sean, who the coach of the Mandora Metagross, who is from Australia. But so yeah, hopefully our battle against Zen will go well. I'm hoping to scoop up a W, but anything can happen. Zen's also out there looking for W's. I believe he's currently 4-1, 3-1, 4-1. He only has one loss right now, but I plan to give him that second one. But with that, for the last time, I'll see you guys later.